The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
It has certainly been a tumultuous tournament to get to this point, but even then, we have our final two, the top two, sitting in winners finals. It is the first seed, FFR Pro 21, and the second seed, yours truly, Cards of the Heart. We're going to try to speedrun this intro due to the live technical difficulties we have had throughout this broadcast day, so we'll go ahead and skip the pleasantries here and tell you just how this round of play is going to happen right after a little word on how the game is played and how we are playing it in this tournament. Pokemon Puzzle League is a Match 3 puzzle game released for the Nintendo 64 in September 2000 in North America and March 2001 in Europe. It has been re-released multiple times via the Wii Virtual Console in May 2008 and the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pack in July 2022. It is a Match 3 puzzle game in that if you match at least 3 of the same panel either horizontally or vertically, the panels will disappear. To win, however, you need to do more than simply match 3 at a time. You need to make combos and chains to not only prevent your gradually rising stack from reaching the top of your playfield for a time, but also to send garbage blocks to your opponent to make their stack reach the top of their playfield. You make combos by matching more than 3 panels in a row at the same time. They don't keep your stack from rising for very long, but they do send small garbage blocks to your opponent that can prove to be very disruptive. You make chains by linking sets of 3 or more matches together. Make a set of panels disappear, and then have the panels immediately above them fall into another match. Not only does this keep your stack from rising for a longer period of time, but it will make thicker garbage blocks that will be more effective at actually filling out your opponent's stack to the top. If your stack reaches the top of your playfield and the game tries to break the stack through the top, you lose, so you want to avoid this at all costs and force it on your opponent as much as possible. To beat these computer opponents, you will have to either make sure that they run out of time while their stack is completely topped off, send so much garbage to your opponent so that they can no longer make a move, or send garbage to your opponent in such a way so that they think they can no longer make a move. Easy mode has 11 stages, normal has 14, hard has 15, and V-hard and S-hard have 16. In this tournament, players will be racing through those stages to get to the end as fast as they can. The first player to defeat the final opponent wins the race. The first player to win a predetermined number of races wins the match. Best of luck to all of our players. Welcome to the Oops All V-hard round of play, or rounds of play I should say. We are down to the nitty-gritty. We are down to our final 3. And so these next 2 matches that we will play in the one-player stadium tournament will be on just the V-hard level, just the void, and it's a best of 5. So the first to win 3 of these races will win the match, and whoever comes out from our grand finals, which we will have in about a couple of weeks from this point, will be the PPL 2024 champion and take home a big piece of our crowdfunded prize pool. Our prize pool sitting at $100.11 out of our goal of $500. If we hit that $500 goal, puzzlers, then the top 4 currently being paid out from this main bracket can be expanded to the top 8. And if we reach our ultimate stretch goal of $1,000, then the entire bracket can get a little payout and a little extra compensation for their time to commit to this tournament. Definitely want to thank everyone that has participated in this tournament and watched this tournament so far. We've been through a lot to get to this point, and the light is at the end of the tunnel. So if you want to show some gratitude, you can spare some gratitude for our players, then by all means send us your direct tips, your bits on the Twitch channel, subscriptions to the Twitch channel. We'll also add a little bit to the pool as well. If you want to contribute directly, type !pool in the live Twitch chat for a clickable link to where you can send that money directly. But here we are at the winners finals, and then there were two. The 1 seed FFR Pro 21, the 2 seed Cards of the Heart, yours truly. It's a tale as old as time. And to help you go through the match and figure out who exactly is going to be in the best position to take this best of 5 affair, it is our very own Six. Take it away.
Hello. Well, you ready for El Clasico? Cards vs. V-Hard in a high-level Pokemon Puzzle League speedrunning race. This is going to be, this could honestly come down to who's having just the better day, or who's having the better RNG, or who made the most underhanded deals with the CPUs. It can go any which way. It may even be factored by cards playing and dealing with other things from right before this match started. FFR's been pretty sharp with V-Hard so far, but so is Cards. I always want to see 5 games, so I hope it does get to that point. And if I had to make a final call on somebody, I would probably say FFR, who probably has the most consistency in these higher levels. Cards has admitted that V-Hard is sometimes a bit wonky, and very few of us have truly solved the best strategies to do at any one time. But yeah, I want to see cool stuff, so without further ado, I think we should get to the match, and we will do that right about now. V-Hard is definitely going to have a lot of variance in its own unique way, including unique from S-Hard, in the fact that while, especially in the second half, you want to try and do a quick combo kill on them and often restart the stage if you don't get that. The thing on S-Hard is that that's pretty much the only way to kill them, or have them run out of panels eventually. In V-Hard, all 16 of them, including Mewtwo, can time out if they are in certain positions, but you just don't have a clear indication of when that's going to happen. So you'll see, especially in the middle, some awkward calls on when to continue a stage and when to restart and try for the classic combo kill. And hopefully not too much salt is produced along the way. Looks like we're about to start Race 1, and Puzzle League begins. Stage 1 of V-Hard is going to be played like a typical hard stage, where you try to send the appropriate amount of lines, which on card side is about 6 lines. FFR is a bit more because Gary is clearing some blocks. FFR's Gary does not get to a clear, but Cards' does. FFR out of stage 1 in 16. Cards has to wait on the follow-up attack, including having to resolve Gary's garbage. Oh, and that all turns into panels. This is a bit risky. Some small combos are going to try and knock him out. But he has a clear up there. FFR tries a short attack on Brock. Gets to the left side. Shake time lets him get to the right side. That's all small blocks on Cards' side. This is dangerous, but does get out of Gary 1 in about a minute. Okay, could have been worse. So now FFR's Brock is scam timing a bit in the same way. Again, the short attacks usually work, they just happen to not here, and now it gives the opponent a lot of panels to work with. Ooh, Cards Brock distracted by the right side. Okay, pretty much an inverse of what happened on the first stage, so almost a wash. Maybe a slight advantage on FFR's side, but also it's the first half of V hard. It barely matters. Both players have the opening attacks they want. Cards' Misty gets out. FFR's Misty also gets out after downstacking. FFR needs to drop the extra combos here. It's all panels again. It's all small garbage blocks on both sides. This is so scary. Cards gets out first. Alright, Cards with a bit of a lead going into Surge, but again, still definitely within the margin of Troll. Cards does get the quick kill he wanted to. We've got a couple of stage 4 quick kills going to Erica. So, mostly just warming up for the awkward zone that is stages 8 and beyond. We have a pair of quick kills on Erica, going straight into Koga. Both players are probably pretty happy with that. Artist Koga using a lot of panels. Managing to find a clear. FFR is maybe a little bit more cooperative. Yes, sir. Decent amount of scam time on... Okay, decent amount of scam time, but we are still going for maybe a 15-second difference on starting the stage into Sabrina. Alright, yes, I do see the correct positions of the players now. It is dark in this commentary cave. That's my excuse. Okay, both players are on to Blaine, and this is where... This is definitely we're in the awkward zone now. If we don't quick kill him, he can do a lot of clears, even if he is just topped off and just barely get out of a lot of almost kill situations. FFR gets out first, while less success on Cards of the Heart side. Tracy? Oh, that's so much shake time, and he just has that clear available. FFR a little bit trapped by Tracy, still leaving just enough garbage clear as Cards tries to start an attack to catch up. FFR bails and tries again. Cards Tracy acting really weird, but finally getting to a clear. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of an awkward situation. FFR restarting because Tracy had like half of the board full of panels. Cards trying Tracy again after a lot of the combo blocks are going to be cleared into regular panels. Tracy be that way sometimes. The attacks are in again, but he still just didn't cooperate on FFR's side and was in an awkward position to time out. On Cards' side, okay. There hasn't really been separation of more than a stage up until this point, but this is where it gets pretty common. Even if you do, like, the perfect attack, these opponents will have ways of getting out of it. Cards was continuing with that rocket in case they did a dumb, but they didn't. FFR's Tracy leaves that clear. Just has to restart that rather than watching all of it pop. This is when we're not... You're never exactly sure when exactly somebody is going to break out and get the stage they want. It'll probably take less attempts than an S-hard, but it's still a little bit nebulous. Cards out of Rocket around the same time FFR is out of Tracy finally. Yeah, it doesn't feel great, but at least you're past the annoyance. And then straight into another annoyance. Double 4 combos have been very, very consistent from both players. But so is the AI trolling. Oh, Rocket down stacks in a way so that they get totally confused and think they have no matches left. That's FFR and Giovanni while Cards sees if this may lead to him being out of position. Or maybe using up his panels. Not right there. FFR's attack on Giovanni is ready. He's cleared a lot of panels, but not all of them. He might be able to get a match falling down. The horizontal clear for the right side first, leaves enough time for him to clear the left side. Okay, Giovanni's gonna make 3 chains that are not connected to the garbage. Maybe that means he uses enough panels up. Oh no! Whoa! He started a clear on 2 different tiers, but didn't finish any of them before he timed out. I guess that works. Too many panels for Cards Giovanni. Starting off from the top. Now is when we're going to see players trying to extend the chains as much as possible, and hoping that the opponent starts chaining big. And only stopping when they're about to stop. Richie cleared the bottom panels in a bad way, and FFR is out as Cards enters the Richie stage, hoping the same thing will happen. Richie is chaining a bunch, but not enough. He may find... Oh, he messed up the moving the blues and times out because of that. FFR extending his chain almost as much as possible, hoping that the Lorelei clears enough panels, but did leave a clear on the right. Will that leave enough time on the left? It does. Lorelei doesn't have a clear on the top side yet. After this restack, she will, though. And FFR is going to try again. Cards get cleared by Lorelei up high, but it's all small blocks. She may be out of position and timeout as soon as after these drop. No, just gets enough scam time to clear those. Going to try again as well. Alright, and these two puzzlers are again fighting on the same stage. Waiting for Lorelei to mess up a clear or use of her panels. We're not there yet. Cards Lorelei going very low. Does she even have any matches left? Oh, getting blocked by the next panels as she was raising the stack. If that was a frame or two later, she could have gotten another row and done who knows what with it. FFR's Lorelei using up pretty much all the panels except the reds. Matched it the wrong way. And it's going to go into Bruno only about 25 seconds after Cards does. Cards' attack is ready. Bruno gets the left side and the right side. Gonna watch to see if Bruno at least chains it badly. Oh, another clear there means starting over. Huge extension from FFR, hoping that Bruno will start chaining and then not stop until he uses up almost all his panels. Bruno kind of cut it off but then started again, but is now going to get a lot of shake time as he downstacks the big block, but is still out of position. Doesn't do a match for like 15 seconds. And times out. That works. On Cards' side, though, the shake time leads to a clear, leading to eventually a garbage clear. gonna be clearing that for too long, so Cards is trying that again. Is this Gary out of position? He does get to the left side. No, he gets to the right side in time. Oh, the Bruno follow-up attacks are good, but Bruno has the clear. FFR's attack on Gary is going now. He started his chain, but then immediately stopped. Thanks, Gary. But he's out of position, and time's out in 21 seconds, and FFR is going to be the first into Mewtwo. Will he be as free as the SR Mewtwo's tend to be? We will only know after FFR completes the attack. Not the attack FFR wanted, but the follow-up may be good. The extra garbage leaves Mewtwo with nothing.
Yeah, we won!
So a bit dicey there on the Tracy, but after getting out of that, FFR sailed along the other stages pretty smoothly. Card's going to try to finish off the later opponents. Definitely had the technique to get in the combos and then top them off. Just when they decided to cooperate. We're gonna just cooperate now. But yeah, definitely part of variants of V-Hard, the intro into the eternal hell that is S-Hard. When the first half is close, it's going to be determined by the second half. When the first half is largely in favor of one player, pretty much still going to be determined by the second half. It's given all the ways CPUs can get out of certain situations when their cursor speed gets a lot faster. 10 cards have a free Mewtwo.
Cool.
4, 4. 3, 4, 5. Now extending, hoping that Mewtwo will chain a lot of his panels away. Doesn't seem to be, though. Seems to just be content with popping 3 at a time and not doing much, as Cards uses up all of his ammo waiting for something to happen, and it just doesn't. Now he can still time out.
I'm going to win.
If he doesn't address the garbage correctly. Shake time. And a bad formation, and Mewtwo is free-ish.
I'm a Pokemon Master, the winner!
But as Cards clears Mewtwo in about 20 minutes, AI was a little bit kinder to FFR, finishing it in 17 and change, giving him the first win of 3 as they move deeper into the variant zone. So how are you puzzle viewers doing? I am content here watching from this imaginary puzzle desk, still with no sight of an exit, still with no sign of other human life. There's some kind of light deep within my soul that's beckoning me to come towards it, but I have a match to commentate, so wait for that before following that. Looks like we're about to get into race number 2. Both players were very good at their attacks. They just need to keep that up here and hope these guys let him through. Race 2 start.
Way to go! Way to go! Way to go!
The short attack strats.
Win!
FFR's is a little bit better, but Card's not far behind.
I'm a Pokemon master.
5-second difference going into stage number 2 of 16.
Way to go!
Very short attack strats from FFR. I have no idea if that was intentional or not, but
Way to go!
No problem.
Way to go!
it works.
Way to go!
Does not work as well for Cards. But again, just minor differences in this VHAR that will almost surely be
Are you ready?
wiped out by a stage reset.
Way to go!
Still going with the short attacks now from both players. Slightly longer from Cards.
Good battle!
It worked from FFR's side.
I'm gonna win! Way to go! Way to go! Way to go!
So much extra scamming.
Good battle!
So much. It's enough to result in more garbage clears. FFR hoping Surge will downstack badly,
Way to go!
and it does.
Good battle! I'm gonna win!
Cards is Misty finds the tier 2 to keep the scamming going.
Good battle! Way to go!
Welp. Welp. But again, this can be very easily made up in the second half, or in a very future stage. FFR with another quick kill, but that can only last so long, right?
Way to go! 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 Way to go! Way to go!
Hopeful attack from Cards, but now needs a little bit of an extra follow-up.
I'm gonna win!
FFR going for a moderately sized attack that confuses Koga just enough to result in another quick kill. Just slicing through opponents like it's hard mode.
Prepare to battle! Way to go!
There's finding the double fours again.
Way to go! Way to go!
Not sure if Cards were to end rated, but that does still quick kill to Erica.
My Pokemon rule!
Be a little bit of that catch up into play, as now FFR. It's gonna be garbage cleared by Sabrina at least a couple times.
Way to go! Way to
Bell
go!
time. Bell time. Bell
Way to
time.
go!
Bell time. Bell time. Bell time.
Way to go! Way to go!
Wildcards Kogi used up a lot. It's all single blocks. It's just barely not cleared and gets away with that one. FFR has to do extra drilling towards Sabrina, including a steel block. Eventually is clear and goes on to Blaine. Short-ish attack from cards, but it might be enough to stall Sabrina long enough. There's going to be no shake time, but there's going to be scam time with that 3-pop at the bottom for her to get away with that garbage clear. Same story on FFR's side. Sending another follow-up attack to Blaine, but is 4 rows high and clearing garbage.
You won't escape. I'm gonna win. Way to go!
Oh, both opponents look like they're almost
I'm gonna win.
like they should fall any second, but they find the one thing that keeps them going and going. FFR's Blaine confused enough to not get to that extra horizontal in time. Out of the first half in about 6 minutes. That's pretty good for V-Hard. Eventually, the layering of combo garbage does get cards out of Sabrina. Only a 1-stage difference. This Tracy trolled a lot before. Although on FFR side, he's using up a lot. And just never addresses the left side in time to survive. Okay, that time it's a Tracy one-shot. Well, it's a lot of panels on Blaine's side. Still going because, again, he just needs to be out of position for a few seconds to not do a garbage clear. He is finding them for now. Oh, that's a low left side on the rocket. No! Okay. No, we're fine. Everything is perfectly fine. Okay. Card is done with the first half after a lot of willy won't-y from Blaine over there. But FR has started Giovanni. He's also going to play the left side very badly after using most of his panels, and, yeah? There is something that FFR is on a decent amount right now that rhymes with face that I'm not going to say for no commentator Jinx Areno, but see how his Richie attack goes. Tracy, please. Richie's using up a lot on the left. Richie got the left too low, and that's another quick kill for FFR. Tracy finds a tier 2 that lets him clear the garbage on the bottom side, and Phil is bored with panels. FFR's attack is good. That Lorelei has nothing on the left. Extra combo garbage is there to ensure that Lorelei is crushed. Hello? As Cards continues to be trolled by Tracy. How many more quick kills can FFR get here? Bye, Tracy. Nobody likes you. FFR just had to scramble to extend that attack, but he is extending it. This Bruno just didn't start a chain, so this does not look great. Immediate reset because of that. Rocket didn't really use up most of their panels either. But is now finding the garbage clears. And Cards will try again. FFR extending, hoping that Bruno will chain more. He kind of gets stuck. Finds a way to the left side, but there's no shake time, and how much time does he have left? None. If he was just slightly faster, if he was any Poe and SR, he probably would have gotten to those down stacks. But just barely enough time for it to work. Nope, Card's not out of Rocket yet. FFR extends up to a 7 chain. Getting a little bit more in case Gary uses these panels badly. How's he when you downstack the right side? It's flat right now, but there's nothing up on top. There's one horizontal, but there can't be any panels left, right? Right. Okay, even if Mewtwo isn't free, as long as he's topped off, everything will be fine. I know FFR wants to get him the initial attack for a pretty sick time, and if this garbage drops, that is one hell of a V hard time. Wowie? Is that the fastest V hard we've seen this year? Where's the date? That feels like... Yeah. Cards immediately says, okay, that happened. Let us continue to game number 3 and hope that FFR stops being on fire. Like, was that just the one stage reset on Bruno? And then everything else was just super smooth? So yes, that's FFR up 2-0 and on quite the hot streak with these V-Hards right now. That might even be, on Carda's side, a little bit more psychologically healing than than a close loss. Like, at least here you can go, okay, there was literally nothing I could have done if FFR gets that kind of cooperation there. We are straight on to race number 3. FFR in this race attempting to become one of the 2 grand finalists. Cards hoping to send us to at least another game. But is the cooperation difference happening already? FFR getting a much better Gary than Cards here. That could have been worse, though. Difference is not too much after one stage. Still relying on the short attacks here, because that's enough for them to time out. FFR getting... two quick kills for this race. Cards Brock finding the left side clear, and a bit of extra scam time, and a bit of extra shake time, but not enough to stall for forever. FFR needing that extra combo garbage that Misty does get through. So this just depends on the top of her stack. It's enough to have to clear there. Only enough for 1 clear, still a 24. That's like the quick-ish kill. We're fine with that most of the time. Card's really hoping this combo garbage will be enough. The right side falls for a clear, and okay, no extra damage beyond that. FFR short attack again, even though this Surge 6 chained. He's going to be too distracted by the left side, though. Card's Surge is basically saving that clear for when he needed it. Extra blocks are coming, and there's just no convenient clear, so that's fine. FFR content with the 5 chain with the extra combos. Erica horizontals her way out of the small block, messes up the clear on the big block to still get another quick kill. Sometimes lucky. Erica takes care of the right side, and on the left, convenient clear. Too bad I didn't have the power of prognostication to prevent that, and restart the stage in 1 second. Oh hey, another quick kill for FFR. What if I just record myself saying that line and then just press a button for the next several stages, because at the rate FFR is going, I think that's what's going to happen. Creative way to get those 4 combos. This Sabrina does find some scam time, and FFR does have to drop extra garbage, so... Okay, this will be a little bit of trolling. We'll see how far the extent of it goes. It drops into another convenient clear. Okay, that could have been worse. On both sides. It is not uncommon for those clear fests to, like, chain into over a minute or 2 minutes. So, still getting out of those in 30 seconds. We're fine with that. Cards drops on Sabrina early. That was well timed. Hey, another quick kill for FFR. This time he's done with the first half in 5 minutes? Yeah, okay. I mean... Yeah, wow, Quickle's all over the place now. When you're hot, you're hot. How much will this Tracy troll? He messes up the clears in the middle. He doesn't have enough time left. Okay. Why aren't my V-Hard opponents ever this smooth? It just slice through them now. Cards Tracy deals with the right side and the left side just by sliding out a panel. Although he's chaining in a pretty bad way. But he remembers to find clear. FFR was probably hoping Rocket would start using up panels, but... Nope, they gotta clear up high. Makes him restart immediately, while Cards gets out of Tracy. And, you know, just that one stage restart puts these two great puzzlers pretty much at parity. FFR's second attempt at Rocket. Yeah, when they just flatten out the big block like that. You just don't want to waste time there. Cards Rocket finds the one clear they kept. Put a lot more panels into play. Yeah, the cooperation had to stop somewhere. It's always just when you think you... It's always just when the game gives you just enough amount of false hope to think that, hey, maybe with a little bit more practice I can maybe beat my PB as long as they keep this up. Ha 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 ha. FFR is on a Giovanni now. Cars Rocket still leaving room for those long clears. This Giovanni didn't chain much. Taking his sweet time to get to that match. He didn't let gravity do its thing. When you're too fast for gravity. Oh, there's the nice Rocket quick kill that Card was hoping for. Okay, one stage difference to Slate and V-Hard isn't too big a deal. Does Richie cooperate? He kind of stops chaining fairly early. And then he slides to get that greens clear. He's not immediately taking care of the next big block. He still isn't. Okay, nice quick go from Cards. Richie leaves that one clear, and FFR is going to start from the beginning, and boom, back at parity. At the start of the Puzzle Elite, we're getting to the opponents that are very annoying to defeat. That is a low Richie on Cards' side. That is a low Richie on FFR's side. That may be too low. There's a bottom block, but it doesn't matter because Richie has no panels left.
Are you ready?
Well, that was scary. If there is a garbage block that touches the bottom, the CPUs can see above it. Unlike all those times where it hits like 1 or 2 rows above the bottom row. So yeah, lucky that Richie didn't have any matches there. Cards Lorelei trying to flatten for the clear. Messes up her nope, nope. Oh, yep. They have just enough time to time out on V-Hard. It qualifies. Okay, as far as Lorelei does a clear. Oh, she does take care of the little block on that side, and that leaves enough time to not clear yet, but then clear after the shake time. Yep. Wow, Card's got a confusing attack on Bruno, and he tried to get greedy with a match that he just barely couldn't reach. And it's just barely slow enough to work. As FFR's Lorelei horizontals her way out of danger, Cards is hoping that the Scary will go down, but needs a follow-up attack. It's in, but Gary has kind of a lot of panels to do a clear, but runs out of time. Well, fortunes have kind of shifted in this game. Card's the first into Mewtwo by a lot. Ravi is going to do a long, safe attack. Puzzle is at the 6, confident that he can get in a lot of extra follow-up attacks in case he needs it. Mewtwo stops chaining fairly early, but is down to 3 rows on the right side. Is not taking care of it yet. There's some shake time. There's a clear on the right. And a timeout! How the turntables! I kind of am curious as to what the result would be if you combined FFR's blazing first half with Cards' cooperative second half, but either way, Cards of the Heart keeps this winners finals match going with a 1240, not too far off of FFR's blazing time in the last game. And also this V-Hard on FFR's side is still really good. Killing the Bruno before 14 minutes. It's just... yeah, great execution combined with good fortunes. And FFR is still getting these quick kills. Yeah, these past couple of games haven't really been a matter of like manual errors. It's just been about who has the better situations. FFR wants to finish off this Mewtwo. Well, he's not going to allow the clear there, but with all his follow-up attacks, it's going to happen eventually. But until then, we can relax for a bit until the next race starts setting up. And Cards can think, was this creation of mine really worth it? Nietzsche taking care of several layers of FFR's garbage at once. Doesn't even have FFR topped off, so he's just sort of getting in all the extra attacks to top him off. The steel block can help in having him time out sometimes. It'll probably happen here because he needs to shoot that purple block out and he can't. There we go. So yeah, that game, FFR, with a time that could beat several others V-Hards in this tournament, but since we're down to the top 3, and this might be a preview of the top 2 puzzlers, the standards say no. That's 16-minute time in V-Hard, not even close. Alrighty, puzzlers, we're going to game 4. Loosen up the nerves, hydrate, focus, and believe in yourself. And that's just for me. We're kicking off race number 4. FFR trying to become a grand finalist. Cards trying to take this to a decider. What will happen? What do you want to happen? Hopefully it comes true. As in the previous races, we have a pair of short attacks. Cards Gary is slightly more cooperative, but either way, I'd call that a good pair of Garys. Short attack strats again. Results in a little bit of scan time by both sides. Pretty much evening things out after 2 stages. FFR trying the 4-chain, Cards trying the 3-chain. Both players dropping extra combos now. Clear on Cards. No clear and a good kill on FFR side. Misty has another clear just available for after 1 swap. Oh no, she finds it on the second tier. And now it's a lot of panels and it's very dangerous. Meanwhile, FFR quick kills Surge. Yep, that'll happen sometimes, but this is a margin that can be easily trolled away later. So just gotta keep playing. Erica messes up clearing the left side repeatedly, finally finds a way. She have enough time for the right side because of that. Not after the 20-second mark. Surge delays the inevitable quick kill only after a singular 3-pop. As FFR starts the Koga attack, we have a 1-stage difference. Koga does have a clear available on the left side. And the right side might be able to chain a few times. Cards a dangerous situation on Erica's side. Trying to... hoping for a timeout on top. Going to reset Erica because she was just full of panels and... maybe he didn't have a really good follow-up after that. You don't traditionally reset that early, but there are situations in which it is most likely justified to do so. Yep, much smoother. Definitely worth it in that scenario. FFR Sabrina not fast enough to get that right side clear down in 14. FFR definitely finding enough 4 combos. Cards Koga quick kill to help with the catch-up. This Blaine is just finding all of the ways to stall in specifically column 3 until he gets very confused because they didn't see anything in column 3 and just gave up. Sure. 5.5 minute first half of V-Hard. Wow, Cards, would you like some mustard with that catch-up? That's another quick kill to keep this lead from FFR from becoming anything overcomeable. That Tracy is so out of position. FFR gets another quick kill. Denying the opportunity for Cards to even out this game, but Cards also done with Blaine with a solid attack. Hello, Tetris Attack Online people. We are in the middle of determining who is going to be the first of the 2 PPL Speedrun Tournament Grand Finalists. We are playing through a mode that these 2 players make look very easy with those quickish kills. On a mode that is usually a slog for most of the rest of the puzzle field. Two very good paces. FFR is currently in a 1-stage lead, but any amount of trolling by the CPUs and stage resets can even that out just like that. I don't know if that's the attack FFR wanted, but it's the attack we're going with. If Giovanni's out of position, this could be... Oh, never mind. Instant restart because of that. Cards Rocket finds a way to clear the right side, but has no health time left to survive. So, Card's immediately going to come up to the same stage FFR is. That attack may have gotten a little bit twisted around, but maybe that's all he needs if Giovanni uses up too many panels. He's just not in a good position to clear anything. He doesn't see any clears available below that bottom block because there technically weren't any. Okay. Okay! Yeah, there's a reason these are the two winners finalists. If either of their runs were against pretty much anybody else, we would start to call it a blowout, but because it's specifically these two against each other, that's how it's just remaining so close. And it can come down to who's... Richie does the dumber thing. Cards Richie does have time for that, though. So does FFR's. FFR gonna dip out immediately. Card's going to see if he clears badly, but nope. Double resource to try and get a better opening attack. Well, the attacks are good, but what about the Richies? Both of them clear the right side. FFR's clears the left side, but it's a bit disconnected. But that shake time ensures that it's gonna get to the garbage. And both of them trying again. Not sure if Cars wanted to cut that off there, but it looks like it didn't matter because Richie wasn't doing that much chaining. This is a bit optimistic, but that middle garbage block can sometimes cause some weird confusion, just barely timeouts. Such a tough call on whether to continue that save run after the first clear. Cards risked it, and it worked there. Very, very hard to predict how exactly they will react to those situations. But FFR out of Richie not too long later with that effective crush. Still keeping this very, very interesting with 4 stages to go. Card's definitely precisely ending that attack, watching the state of Lorelai's board there. Will she time out after... Wow, clears the right side, had some time to downstack, but didn't see any other clears available. Yes, combo garbage! If FFR's Lorelai had raised that, been able to raise that one level, that could have been so heartbreaking, but nope, we threw. And both players tackling Bruno now. Card's doing every single possible extension he can hope for. I think he caught Bruno raising, but he did get to a clear in time to make that not matter, but that was almost very interesting. Possibly FFR's Bruno used too many panels. Okay, he found the clear. He does not have a lot of time left. He stacks it wrong, and that block makes him not see the stars. FFR first into Gary, but by how much? Somehow Bruno messes up that clear multiple times, but the left side, and has to restart because that would take way too long to resolve. FFR just waiting for Gary to start something. Wait. Oh. Whoa! If any of that chained, he would have gotten stop time to restore his health drain time, but it just didn't. And so he timed out right after. As Cards gets out of Bruno, can FFR find the attack? That'll make this Mewtwo free. This Mewtwo's chaining a lot. Like, a lot. Like, to the point he only has one clear of panels, and he uses that up! And FFR's Garbage is going to drop, fill his board, and crush Mewtwo straight into the LPS Grand Finals. Wow. Gary? Okay, wow. This was a very, very solid demonstration of top-level V-hard play. I mean, I didn't really spy that many mechanical goofs on either player's side. Sometimes it just comes down to who's a little bit more cooperative and when you get the timing just right. And FFR had a little bit of that better luck and timing, and that was the difference here.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Fool. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
So FFR is probably pretty happy making it to another PPL Grand Final. Cards wants to destroy this Mewtwo, as we all think he deserves to be.
Fool. I'm going to win.
That's a lot of fours. Oh. This Mewtwo cannot live forever.
I'm going to win.
Want to see him go down in pretty much a ceremonial
To win.
send-off way. Except not even a send-off, because Cards still technically has another life in this tournament that we'll talk about pretty shortly, most likely. But we can't set up the table until Mewtwo leaves the party. Get out of the room, stop eating the cake. Good night.
Pokemon Master, the winner!
Bye, Mewtwo. So FFR, 13 minutes and change, and another really sick losing V-hard time on Card's side with 16 minutes and change. But again, because of the standards with the top three that we have remaining, it's not enough. FFR has won the third game. And therefore, will await somebody in the final. Good job. FFR was on fire for pretty much every game in this match. Really hard to touch the consistency and the execution of that. Celebratory eons. Rare moments of happiness that we extract from Pokemon Puzzle League. They belong to FFR right now. Please enjoy your 3-1 victory as you sit back and wait to decide as we figure out what happens in the last little bit of this tournament.
Thank you, Six, for making that commentary possible, and thank you again to FFR Pro for quite the VHeart display, and now FFR will await either me or Tayman in the grand finals, where it becomes all S-hard. FFR's here now. FFR, how you feeling about your play today?
It was honestly pretty good. Just aside from a few holdups on some few bad stages, honestly very happy. Was able to read the opponent's board quite well. Go for the pillars where I could, and yeah, everything mostly worked out. So yeah, very pleased.
Oh, that sounds precious. At least someone was working well today. I think I got off to a bit of a slow start in terms of the execution, and then once I finally got that in order of getting my second half semi figured out, not a whole lot, but semi figured out, then is when I started to finally get something going. But man, FFR, you were on a whole nother world today, and hopefully we'll see more of that in the S-hard when we get to the grand finals. But I'm going to try to keep things a little bit short because the broadcast software has been crashing all over the place and is threatening to crash again, so gonna get a few things out of the way before we go. There are no matches scheduled for tomorrow. We are doing the losers finals on next Sunday. Next Sunday, it'll be me and Tayman taking each other on in VHeart combat. Next Saturday, though, will be our spa service tournament, and if you thought you saw some amazing things from the marathon tournament earlier today, just you wait. The spa service definitely requires a lot more speed to do well, and we may see some even speedier competition join that, so that is definitely something to look forward to. But before things go crumbling down yet another time, we'll go ahead and call it here for today. Thanks again, Six, for helping out with all the commentary that was needed at the end of this broadcast. And thank you all for tuning in. For Six, for FFR Pro 21, for everyone else at the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, this has been Cards of the Heart, and until next time, everyone, happy puzzling.